So, what is a woman to do when her spouse or husband stops pursuing her? Well, that takes me back to probably one of the biggest conflicts and probably most impactful memories that I have in my own marriage. We were married for probably about 5, 6 years. And we had at that point our second child, and the second was a baby at the time. And it was at that point that I started to feel this intense chasm between my husband and I. And I just assumed he felt it too. So I would do different things to let him know that I was upset, or, the silent treatment of, yeah, it's okay, I'm okay, when really everything is driving you nuts inside. And I don't know if there's anything worse, if there's a worse loneliness than actually being married and being lonely. And so I was going through so much of that. And finally, I said to my husband at one point, this is just you're just kind of here at the house, and you're a great youth pastor, but at home it's so much more of a struggle. I could tell he wasn't really hearing my words, partly because he didn't like the tone of my voice. Might have been a little whiny or complaining at the time. So I discovered that watching him as he read books, and he would be able to get so much information from what he read, and everything that he talked about had so much to do with what he read. So I decided I would write a letter. I took the letter, attached it to a gift, left it at the front door one morning, and I was pretty open, pretty transparent in that letter. Well, if you're interested in knowing about the letter, you can read about it in the book. But in that moment, I realized that he wasn't really being a father anymore at home. It was more like we had a hotel. And he was being so creative as a youth pastor, I was just dying inside for him to be just a little creative with us at home. And I just couldn't find any other way to tell him but to put it all in a letter. If I wrote it in a letter, I knew there wouldn't be any whiny tone, there wouldn't be any complaining. I could be honest and forthright. So the book tells the rest of the story.